Hi Blueprints! Today we are enjoying, as you can see, a beautiful day here in Madrid, and today we are looking at one of those traps that come with a really cool brand and terrible consequences. The most advanced systems are the hardest to live with or in. Today we're going to talk about economy, technology and lifestyle, and how we implement in our routines, in our working process and in our jobs. Let's take the United States and Japan and China as examples of current leaders of real progress of our civilization, okay? Just let's forget a moment about, ideologies and maybe our cultural preferences and tendencies. You could agree that I don't want to be in China or I don't like the culture of United States or Japan, but we must admit that those countries are like the peak of progress of humanity. Okay, those countries are still the three most important engines of modern technological world, but they are also flawed in their lifestyle. Yes, chronic stress, high suicide rates, full-time work schedule with too many overtime hours, often unpaid. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. I come from Spain, and that means that many engineering firms have a mixed working culture from Japan and United States, but without the good side of those countries. The point is, many things are designed and produced exclusively by these technological powers. Yes, and we, the other countries, import those services, products and subscription schemes. Those products are so convenient to our everyday life. And yet, this progress doesn't just add comfort, it also adds friction. So, with every industrial revolution comes disruption. Old habits clash with new tools. Change will always create discomfort in our lives, even before it creates real value, because there is an entire industry of advertisement to convince the public, the consumers, that they have to change their consumption routines or tastes. Okay, that advertisement industry is only focused on bringing you the new flashy thing that should be purchased and used. And yes, they know that new flashy thing, it's going to put some friction in your life, but of course they omit that part. You have to be conscious of the negative part, because you are the one that is paying and changing your habits. This channel is for that, to make you aware of those complex grids of interests, and and of course you are taking advantage of them, because yes, you are taking some really advanced products that are pushing our civilization forward. Without washing machines, our society wouldn't have achieved so many things. Washing machines, I'm talking about those simple things, okay? But yes, now think about, we can talk about washing machines, and we can also talk now about another huge step forward, that it's AI, for example. It will lead us to an economic catastrophe because precisely of its huge production potential. But don't get confused. As I said previously, progress stacks complexity. That complexity is what creates friction inside. It always adds new problems to our old problems, okay? It's us. I'm sorry. The neighbors, okay. The kid is crying. So progress stacks complexity. New problems that add up to our old problems, and it's us who should or who must solve them, or to make it compatible. The new problems never replace completely the old problems. So, and also more information equals more moving parts. You know, more devices, more advanced. It also adds up more information. You have to understand what you have to study what the new device you're using or you're purchasing. You have to. That's more information. So it always adds complexity. So if new layers sit on top of old systems, new jobs are required just at the same time that those old are lost, and in big amounts, and with urgency. So please start forgetting about that catastrophe that AI is going to mean to our society because of the loss of jobs. Because lots of new jobs are going to be needed in huge bunches of people, real human beings, not machines, and with urgency, as I said. So the problem is not how many jobs are lost, but if we are able to sustain the new infrastructure of jobs that carry this progress with so few people really willing to work. But okay, let's say you buy that fancy, simple message of progress without paying the price. Let's say that. Like upgrading your kitchen but keeping the old wiring, electrical wiring. Okay, you get some space efficiency. I'm like making a metaphor in my specialty, that is architecture. Okay, you will gain some spatial or some practical efficiency in the way of furniture is organized, but you will also increase maintenance simply because you didn't thought about the whole pack of the problem. You forgot about the electrical system. Best case scenario, talking now about AI, there will be more users. With them, more failures. So more system failures. Okay, do you understand the meaning of this whole thing of AI? And stressful adjustments in real time. Do you know, collapse, AI implementation, successful implementation in our society could mean like a collapse of maybe the electrical grid. Now it's linking to the kitchen metaphor, because yes, that's best case scenario, that people will really use that advanced product or services that are AI. The worst case scenario is only a bubble, but the best case scenario is going to be also a problem that will need working people willing to really solve problems, because everybody's talking about that bubble thingy of AI, and nobody's talking about the problem of the best case scenario. So remember this: new system doesn't simplify; they only add complexity. Okay, and real progress is not only adding more; it's knowing when and where to simplify to achieve the efficiency required. And sometimes real growth requires contraction in economies, in technology, in societies, and inevitably in our small private lives, from which we often demand too much. Thanks for watching. See the big picture and keep thinking forward.